I guess that one of the important things is to realise that I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I actually started from the bottom and worked my way up in business to where I am today, and to what we've now got today. And I was actually a high school dropout. I got escorted home in fourth form by the principal. I think it's year 10 these days. But anyway, that was what happened then. So I started off in the industry at Coles Supermarket. Worked my way up into a relief manager to a department manager and things like that. I got into the selling industry in selling cars in 1983. My first month in the car industry, I sold 10 cars. Started on the 5th of August 1983. First month in, sold 10 cars, and I was away. And I got to tell you, the taste of selling 10 cars, and I did it with very little training and everything else. I worked my way up in the industry. Within a couple of years, or 3 years or whatever it was, the dealership was selling like 50 cars. There was 5 on the staff, and I was doing late 20s to 30 cars in that. Worked my way up through a used car manager to a general manager. Then in 1989 I took the plunge and opened a used car operation up in Orange. We had started with 8 cars on the corner of Bathurst Road and Glenroy Avenue, and only just recently sold that site. But 8 cars on 800 square metre block, and in the first month sold 30 cars. So that was on the way again, and we did all that, worked our way through.
And you were on your own that first month?
Yeah, on my own, yeah. So I had to work pretty hard, and there was, and I had some trials and tribulations as I went through as I was building this business up. And in 2000 I took on the first franchise, which was the Honda franchise. And then as we worked on in 2004 and 5, we took on a few more franchises. So, over that time, I've had plenty of trials and tribulations. I've learned along the way, but I've also been very successful with what I've done, and that's what got us then to form Ian Parker Management Group, where we could go out and we could show what we've learned and instill that into dealers, and we can coach and mentor dealers that need help and and need some great advice and things.
Yeah. Well, I don't share the exact same similar story, but I started in the motor industry in 2004. Just as a trainee salesperson. I then made my way up to a Honda sales manager. I think that was in 2005 or 6. And then Ian sold Ian Parker Motor Group, and we formed IPMG and went out to consulting. And I learned a lot by Ian's past experience. He instilled a lot of those values within me and within our sales team. And I thought we had so much to offer, the dealership network. And not that I'm saying that our business processes only work in dealerships, so they work through a lot of businesses.
Yeah. We bring 35 years minimum experience in the motor industry into your business to help take your business to the next level.
Yeah. Look, I don't think I think between both of us, I don't know whether there would be a question that we couldn't answer, or there wouldn't be a frustration that you and I haven't experienced. And look, everyone still has those days of, do I really want to get up and go into the dealership today? The staff frustrate you, you're dealing with finance companies, manufacturers, all those sort of things. We know what it's like, and dead set, sometimes you do want to kick the cat, but if you've got structured processes and systems in place, and you've got a good team and a good culture, and the staff support you, it can just mean so much.
It just makes it a lot easier.
Oh, and, for sure.
We didn't walk into fantastic dealership at Ian Parker Motor Group. We didn't walk into fantastic business at Griffith and Lincoln Motor Groups.
That's right.
They were places where we put our systems in place. We put our systems, our structures, our processes in place, and turned a dealership in receivership. I mean, we bought into that dealership with partners, but they weren't working partners. They were great partners. They weren't working partners. But we put that in place, our systems, our processes in place, and turned a dealership in receivership into a highly profitable, highly awarded dealership with manufacturers in a period of less than 5 years.
Yep. And it was just a great experience, because you think to yourself, okay, look, it worked in Orange and we put it in a few other dealerships, but let's start this one from scratch. Let's test all our processes.
Actually, we were behind zero when we started this. So we were below the zero mark, and
we were red.
But not only that, we went into other places after we sold Orange And we were in there for 3 months, 6 months in different places, sometimes a day, sometimes a week or whatever.
Yep.
But this place, we had to be in there day in, day out, for close to 5 years. So those systems had to work and stay working.
Absolutely.
And we had to prove they could work. And again, we proved it doesn't matter. If we get in there, we can set them up, and if you follow them, they'll work for you for the rest of your time you're in that dealership.
Yeah, but you've got to lead from the front, and you've got to understand how important they are in your business and lead your team and make them believe that they are the best thing for your business, and you'll just have endless success.
Can we double and triple your profits? I don't know. We need to look at your business and see what we can do. But if there's an opportunity to double and triple the profits in your dealership, then we're the ones to get it done. If you want to connect with IPMG, there's plenty of ways you can do it. Click on any of the free downloads that are below, like download the health report, the cash flow report. There's a sales book, there's a sales manager's ebook. There's so many free reports there.
Yep. You can also click, which I think is just underneath this, a free report that we've done up about some of the mistakes dealerships may make.
3 biggest mistakes the dealerships could make.
And also our weekly tips and strategies.
Yeah, we send them out weekly, and there's a lot of dealers that are getting them now. And I'm not charging them for them. I send them out their weekly tips and strategies. Do they get much out of it? I'm sure that they would get. If you get 1 or 2 things out of a tip and a strategy, that's what it's all about. And if you want to put a value on all the stuff that you can download by connecting with us, it's all priceless. Because the reason I say it's priceless, it's invaluable, because someone could make thousands and thousands of dollars out of it. Someone might only make hundreds out of it. It depends how much of it you take and how much of you put it straight into action
Absolutely.
now.
Yep.
But anyone that wants to connect with us, give us a call. Everything is confidential. We'll have a chat to you. We'll listen to what you've got to say. If we've got a solution to your problem, we'll work with you to overcome that. If we haven't, we'll make a recommendation to someone that we believe that can help.
But don't just take Ian's word for it. Click down below and see what some of our raving fans have said about IPMG and what value we've brought to their businesses.
So don't postpone your future any longer. Get in touch with us now, and let's move your business to the next level.